What are the indicators that a new movement is coming?
That's a tough one, and I'll tell you why. Indicators come in two forms, negative and positive. When you had the 1960s, there was a lot of negative indicators. There was the Vietnam War going on at that time. There were the riots. There was all of the segregation. Those were negative indicators, but those were indicators that America needed something. It needed a revival. Today, we have a lot of the same negative indicators. The things that are happening in the world are very, very troubling. The things that are happening in the United States, and even the things they didn't have in the 60s. I think to a large degree, social media is causing alienation of our youth. The kids today are not connecting like they used to. The education, I don't think, is as good. Those are the negative indicators. Plus, they're living in a world that I think is even more troubled now than it was in the 60s. The positive indicators are this. We're seeing more and more youth having a relationship in youth groups, in their communities, with their faith and their church. I speak with a lot of youth groups across the country, and you hear it in their voice. They're looking for something too. They're seeking the truth, and they're seeking it through God and through Jesus. I know there's going to be another Jesus revolution. The question is when, and the question is where. But I will tell you what, just like the last one that started with these little tiny fires and became a nationwide phenomenon and just burned up the whole state, we're seeing the little fires right now. We're seeing them on the beaches out here in California. We're seeing them in the cafes back on the East Coast, and we're seeing them in a lot of places in Europe too. Because with the problems that they're facing today, kids have to find the answer.